Ladies, I'll show you off air what the DP looks like.
Okay. I can't wait.
Z, everything okay?
Everything nice.
Great.
Everything cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything
nice.
I really.
Enjoying the new year so far?
Yeah. It started with me in bed,
Yeah.
but I'm okay. I'm rosy.
Yeah.
That's
Rosy.
Rosy.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's go right into action, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so this message here says, "Hi, sisters. I am 24 years old. My boyfriend is 44. We've been together for a year. We do love each other, and he thinks I'm the right person for him. However, I keep thinking about the age difference. I'm so scared for the children we may have. I'm thinking about disease that comes along with old age, pension, and so on. I need my husband around to raise all my children. Mind you, I'm a victim of that. I lost my dad when I was in uni due to old age, and I know the struggles for both mom and the children. I always say if he had us earlier. Now, the thought of calling the relationship off doesn't sound right to me, though. I'm in a fix. What do you advise?" 24, 44. That's 20 years, right?
Yeah. That's 2 generations
lot.
apart. Wow. Okay. I guess I'll go first.
Please
then.
do.
So for me, I think that when you get into a relationship, it's not just about love per se. You have to consider a lot of factors. And they say love conquers all, but if you sit down and take everything into consideration and you still think that something is bothering you or something keeps nagging at you or pushing at you, I think you should take a second look at it. Now, age difference may be taken for granted. People say age is just a number, but I don't think it's just the number. There are too many things that come to play when it comes to age. Now, the times and seasons have changed. People who are 10 years older than you believe in something very different or see life in another perspective, even though technology is at play. So think about 20 years. What he sees, you are actually a child when it comes to that. Maybe you guys deal on a mature level, yes, but then definitely there will be things that you will not meet or you will not agree on because of the age difference. You already know all that, and you have said that it sounds funny or it sounds odd for you to go and break up the relationship because of the age. But I think you should take some time and think about it again. If it's still pushing at you, take a look at it. Because I don't actually think that if your fears are that the person will not be around, you want that security where you and your husband are taking care of the kids and having a whole family and all that, I think you should take a look at it again. It's a bit dicey. Yeah.
Personally, okay.
Okay.
For me, 2 things. Either if you feel like history is repeating itself and you feel as though the things that happened to you and your mom and all of that is going to happen again, and you feel like it's not your cup of tea, it's definitely a very, very tough decision to make, but you would have to make it sooner or later. That is, if it's your strong conviction and you feel like history is repeating itself, you don't want it, then please take that decision ASAP. But if you feel that you're open to options, and if you feel that you're so optimistic that it just might not happen, then I think that these are the things you could actually do. One, I mean, think about life this way. You could be 20 and still die. You could be 100 and still die. We all don't know exactly when we're gonna die. And you could end up finding some young guy who might not even treat you as much as nice as this guy does treat you. And really, if you think about it, his fault is his age. He hasn't done anything, but there's so many things that we could do to stay healthy. if he's open to healthy choices, you don't eat after 6, you watch what you're eating, he's fit, he exercises, there are things that you can actually do together to ensure that he stays on a healthy lifestyle. Both of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be just him. So you can actually adopt healthy lifestyles that would help prolong his age. If there's things that he's doing, you can suggest to him not to do, like maybe smoking or stuff like that. But we all don't know when we're gonna die, and yes, I can appreciate the fact that you're not too sure, especially when your children are growing up. But really, there's some old men who are very fit, who are very strong. What really differentiates one from being young and one from being old? You can have somebody who is old but who is very active, and you can have somebody who is young who is inactive. It's about the person being there for you, helping out with the kids, dropping them in school, just being there during the various milestones. And if he's there for you, he's responsible and he does all these things, it would be very unfortunate for you to ditch him just because of his age and just because of what happened between your mom and... So think about it.
Okay. More turning to side with Olivia. Now when it comes to the age gap, 20 years looks like 2 generations, but the problem is that there are people who are 70 and so young at heart. They can relate to 20-year-olds like their buddies. And there are people that we went to school with in secondary school who were behaving like ladies, who were behaving like they were mummies. So there are certain people who naturally act so mature. That's why they attract certain mature people. And there are also some women who are so young at heart. So they tend to attract younger men because of their level of thinking. So saying that on a blanket, 20 years means that they are not compatible. It's not, for me personally, it shouldn't be a problem. It depends on the individuals in the relationship. If they can relate well, they can understand themselves. Because I know people who are married to people who are like 20 years gap, 25 years gap, and it's working fine for them. They do understand where they are at. And then most of these women are even women who like Mpenyufonyoma. You know, their choice of songs are grown-up songs, their choice of outing, where they want to go. They like playing the whole Aketesia Kaba and slate wearing, you know. Yeah, there are women like that. And there are ones who are 50 years and they are still wearing mini skirts and shorts and, you know, and all that. Because for them, they have to be youth-like. Now, aside that, when it comes to, like Olivia said, you don't know when someone is going to die. Death is not certain. That, okay, when you're 70, you are dying, or when you're 60, you are dying, when you're 80, you're dying. You could be 25 and still pass out. So I think that you can't use that against him, because you leave him, go and get a younger man, the younger man will die in 2 years. What do you do? Now, with hindsight, what I would advise you to do is that if you're going to spend the rest of your life with this man, don't spend it depending on him daily. Spend it trying to do some form of investment for yourself and your children. Spend it trying to get yourself more, doing something, earning your own money. Spend it, if you don't want to work, maybe you want to look at the children and everything, at least build yourself up. Get something for yourself. Invest something for your children. And if you explain to your man that, look, you are 20 years ahead of me, we start having children, knock on wood, if 70 is supposed to be the plan for everybody, if you get married when you are 45, 46, then it means that at age 24 maximum, you are gone. And at age 14, you are at pension. So, which means that we need to sustain something for our children. If he understands, you can start doing, there are so many investments now that you can do for your children, such that you can guarantee that, yes, you may lose a companion. It even works for you, because then, on hindsight, you know that, Charlie, you don't have time. So you do what is necessary now to build a future. And that's better than hanging out with a younger man who, one, doesn't treat you well, like Olivia said, doesn't respect you, doesn't really want to be with you, giving you all kinds of emotional stress and all that. And at the end of the day, he also ends up dying like 3-4 years later, and you have nothing to your name with 5 months babies and 1-year-old babies to deal with. You understand? So I think that some of these things, we place so much emphasis on just one thing. When it comes to relationship, I think that there are so many things that make relationships work. Mine relationship was not a normal relationship you would think that would even happen in the first place. I would have denied it even if you had told me that I'd be married to my husband. But what happens is that you put a lot of things into consideration, and then as time goes on, you take priority, non-priority, priority, non-priority. Even if it's priority, you can figure out how to work around it to make it beneficial for both of you. And if that happens and everything is fine, then hey, you can work with it. But to discredit him just because of the age and to kill him before he actually dies, I think that is a bit harsh.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much all singing the same song. You know, the fact that you're older doesn't, or he's older doesn't mean he'll die first. I'm just saying, you know. So think through it. I mean, we do understand your dilemma, but at the end of the day, the decision is really yours to make. So just think through it a little bit more, and just jump. You know, drink deep or taste not. We'll move on. One says, I've been in a relationship for about a year now. Though knowing after about 4 months into the relationship, everything was okay until I traveled out of town because of a job I got. Okay, I came home unexpectedly and visited my boyfriend just to find him in bed with another lady, not his baby mama. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I missed a line. But basically, she knew that her boyfriend had a son.
Okay.
With another woman, yes. And she got to know that about 4 months after being into the relationship, yes. And so I'll take that again. Says, everything was okay until I traveled out of town because of a job I got. Came home unexpectedly, visited my boyfriend, found him in bed with another lady who was not the baby mama. I felt so hurt, and I felt he never showed any signs of being sorry about it. I don't know if I should give him another chance. MFA in whole sense, this one. In a relationship for a year, found out 4 months into the relationship that your guy has a baby with another woman. You travel out of town for a job, come back, he's in bed with another woman who's not the baby mama.
And he wasn't remorseful.
He wasn't remorseful about it. She's asking whether she should give him another chance.
Let's make it short. Let's not talk plenty. No.
He doesn't deserve it. He really doesn't. He really doesn't. Unless someone has additional information.
It's sad because, you know, sometimes people, you can be so desperate for love that you don't care.
You settle. You
settle for less. But really, in the real world, love shouldn't be like this. Don't do that. Your heart is too precious, you know. Put VAT on it or something. Like, don't do that.
Juan says, good evening, ladies, and remember our WhatsApp number is 054-998-6996. Okay, so keep your messages, your questions, your comments coming through. I'm involved with this colleague of mine, and we're both doing our national service currently. Actually, we knew each other before the service started. The problem is she's been dating this other guy for 4 years now, and he's come forward with the lady's permission to perform the knocking, even though he's also aware that she's been seeing me on the side. The lady is now in love with me, but is scared of coming forward to put a stop to the marriage preparations due to what people will say. The guy himself has threatened to call it off should he find out that indeed she's still with me. Sisters, I'm in love with her as well, and the situation disturbs me. Please advise.
Hold on. So he knew that she was already seeing somebody,
yes,
and they still went out.
He's the side guy.
So you're the side guy,
and the main guy is sort of aware of him.
So they're both side guys.
But he's gone ahead or he wants to do the knocking.
They're all side guys and main guys at the same time.
Yeah.
Because a typical side guy, the main guy doesn't know about you, but this one,
like everybody doesn't know about.
Yeah, so they are partners. One was a sole proprietor, now they've joined their partnership.
Wow.
Consortium.
Well. It doesn't sound complicated to me. It's very straightforward. The girl is not to be trusted, because listen, I mean, you're dating two guys. Everyone knows that somebody is there, but like as the thing is going on, you are updating
both parties.
okay, so at this time, Kojo has come to give my parents, or he has come to ask for my hand in marriage. At this time, I'm not too serious with Kwabena because he's at work. He's even annoying me. We are not even talking at the moment. So it's like the girl is already giving you knowledge of what is happening on the side. I might go with A or I might go with B. Right now, why is she confused? Because of what people will think about her.
Even
And
though she loves B.
Yeah. So because it's marriage involved. You see, first of all, a lot of women want to marry. Full stop. So the first person to come, all of us are rat racing, but the first person to come forward to say that I want to marry you sounds more, promising. So should I just gear towards that side? It's not only what do you call it? It's not only society that's worrying her. I think to her, she's thinking, okay, fine. Society will say that this guy, I've been with him for 4 years and he's coming in, or the family will say, guy will he has brought money, he has brought this. Why won't you take him over this guy? And the other one too is saying that you love me. What if I follow you and you also don't, you disappoint me? So I feel like it's a whole, the girl is not serious for me. I think the guy who is in love, who is asking the question,
B. The side guy,
the colleague guy.
Yeah, the colleague guy.
I think the colleague guy should do the right thing. You already knew that she was in a relationship before you met her. You've fallen in love with her through your own means. This one, you caused it by your own self. Just chill home. Because
But he loves the thing.
Oh, please. See, I tell you, she would, at the end of the day, family pressure alone would just spoil the whole thing. I think you should just sit down and pay for your sins and find somebody else, because it's a no-brainer for me. Like in my view, I don't think you should go on.
I don't think the girl is marriage material.
I disagree.
I don't think she's marriage material because she can't make up her mind. You can't be in a steady relationship with somebody and then all of a sudden somebody comes into the picture. You're working with him, you spend 24/7 with him, and then you decide to fall in love with him. And like, who does that? She's not marriage material, because really, if you're in one relationship, right, and it's going somewhere, this guy is serious about you. Right now, I feel bad for the main guy because he's loved her. Oh no, he hasn't done anything. This main guy hasn't done anything. Right now, it's unfortunate that push has to come to shove to the extent that he has to marry. It's an ego. It's a man's ego thing. It's like, okay, she's mine. It's to be able to say she's mine. We've been going out. Now I will marry her. And this other guy right now, and just no. Like
Wait.
For me, is the girl has put both guys into a mess. It was her sole responsibility to decide, I'm in a relationship. I'm already in a relationship. I want to stay focused. I want to enjoy that relationship and see where it goes.
Maybe she wasn't really happy in her original relationship.
So if you are not happy in your relationship, so tell him, my dear, I think I found somebody else.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy, but at the end of the day, what's she doing? She's playing also. How many years down the line she gets married to this guy because of family, because of pressure and all of that, right? And then this other guy, this side guy, also okay, out of heartbreak and all of that. Who knows? He might end up continuing the relationship. But is she going to go in and out of love all the time? Like, at a certain point in time, you got to put a lid on it. Like, at which point are you going to do that?
Rosie.
I had an uncle who told me something once, and I remember when he mentioned it, I was so offended. I thought he was being insulting, but I found the sense in it. Now, we Africans, the moment a guy says he likes you, we go into courtship mode, where you are supposed to be exclusive. Now, maybe this girl, the reason why a man, knowing that she's talking to another man will come forward and marry her, most likely she hasn't dropped her knickers for any of them. So she's probably just seeing her level. Now she's out of school, out of uni, doing her national service. She's able to talk about these two guys freely because if a man, knowing that he is chopping you, and you have gone to another man, and the man is also this thing enabling you, at the end of the day, no man in his right senses would be comfortable enough to say, I want to put a ring on that finger. Let me finish.
Okay.
No man is right. There are a few exceptions to every rule. But I'm saying that looking at her age, looking at her ease of communication, there are times where maybe you are on the side, because I know a relationship where the woman was seeing some other guys on the side, and when the main guy got to find out, he blamed himself, saying that, look, I promised this girl that 2 years after school, we're going to get married. And it's been 4 years, we haven't done that. So it's probably my fault that she's seen other people. So he quickly put a ring on the finger. That's a different thing. But when you know what is going on like that, it means that the woman hasn't significantly tied herself to somebody. And it's important that as women, when somebody says they like you, sometimes you can give the person a chance, date, go out, talk, have lunch, get to know the person. So this person, this is someone I really like. You understand? But this exclusive thing, that's what causes heartbreaks, where you are exclusively tied down to one person, one who has not made any definite step to own you, has not seen your parents, has not even declared his intention to marry you, has only told you that I like you. I want us to go out and see what's up. You are dropping your knickers, you are cooking for him, he's also spending money on you. You are going to his mother and mama. You travel and you buy things and mama. And then all that. Meanwhile, he hasn't told you concretely that I want us to get married. That's where the heartbreaks come in. Do you understand? So this girl, to blanket say that she's not marriage material, I disagree. Because you have to know the dynamics of the situation. If the man has slept with her and the other guy is also sleeping with her, then I'll say, okay, she doesn't know what she wants. She's just messing around. But most likely, because I started dating from SS1.
Hey, what?
Yes, but it wasn't a sexual relationship. Do you understand? It was a letter writing relationship, and at that time it was very serious for me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
We all started with letters, no?
yeah, letters and everything. And my first kiss even happened after secondary school.
Chai.
You understand? Because those times I considered him my serious boyfriend. Like he was somebody I would say I was dating. The whole school knew that we were dating, but we were not intimate. You understand?
Yeah.
Even to hug him was a problem. I will hug other guys, but I will not hug him. Because I told her if I hug you, it's a sin. You understand? Yeah, those times it was like that. So at the end of the day, I will consider myself as dating that guy. I'll tell you he's my boyfriend, but I'm not intimate with him. So if I had to move on to somebody else in that period, it's not so bad. It's just me not boxing myself in at a very young age.
But wait,
Okay,
at that
guys,
point, let me just
continue this conversation.
No, but at that point, it was my decision to be in it.
Hang on, ladies.
But my question
let me
to
come
you,
in, please, because we need to go for a quick commercial. Weigh in as well on the conversation. Let us know what's on your mind, where the conversation or the discussions, have been going on. Right. So Tina, do you still want to continue? Right?
Well, yeah. Okay. So Rosina was telling us about her experience where she had like a relationship that she took seriously, but she hadn't dropped her knickers or whatever, but it was serious. Now listen, so my question to you is that if at the time you came home because you were in SS, you came home and then you met like an area boy, and you developed feelings for him, would you be updating the area boy and then the school guy, telling the school guy that when I came home I met some area guy, he didn't do anything to me, but I kind of like him. Then you come back to school and then you tell the school guy that I met an area guy who, like, would you be doing that? No matter what you do.
Do you ask the question? You want to answer to that? It's like to display my life on air, but you see, I actually did something similar like that.
Oh.
Because I was with him one day, and then we went for a wedding. I went for a wedding, and then I met a guy there, and the guy was hating on me. And funny enough, we spoke. And I remember I came to my boyfriend, I told my boyfriend actually, I went to a wedding, I met this guy. Okay, funny enough.
Well, he's one of.
Funny enough, what he told me, but this is hold on.
Off.
I met this guy, and this is what happened. And funny enough, what he told me was like, "Oh, you, when you get up, you want to say stories to test me."
Hey, he didn't believe
He
you.
didn't believe me
Because you're so forward.
because I was so forward and so definite in what I wanted.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying, that you see, at that time, because I hadn't. You see, the thing is that you see, we are all different people. At that age, if she's somebody who is probably still a virgin, has never been touched, she is somebody who wants to explore and make the best decision. I'm not holding brief for her to say that what she's doing is the best.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is that what she's doing doesn't necessarily mean that she's not marriage material, she's a slut, she's a whatever description you may have.
Even sluts are marriage material, because somebody can go and pick a slut and make them
her marriage material. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's okay. Maybe
but all I'm saying is that
but
all I'm saying is that the lady, we can advise her and say, look, this is not good, because even though you may not be intimate, you can't emotionally share yourself with too many people. But at the same time, maybe she knows what she's doing. For all you know, she wants the first guy. The other guy is convenient because they are in the office. Now, for all you know, the only reason why she came to tell the second guy, that the one who is sending the message, is because she's actually considering the first one. And she's trying to blame it on her parents, who are her family, person, and everything. But truly, she actually prefers the first guy. Because if she didn't prefer the first guy, she would have told the guy that I don't want you.
Close to what I'm trying to say.
And it's a way of trying to let the second guy back out, so that I'm ending with you.
For me, even if it's secondary school love, right? And then you decide that this guy, intercore, whatever, you met the guy and you started writing letters. You've decided you like the guy. Why is it that after the intercore you started writing letters, you couldn't decide, okay, like she was saying, area boys, so then you start playing them too, even though the relationship was not defined. Do you see what I mean? My thing about marriage material is that it takes maturity to be able to be married. It takes commitment, right? She's not ready yet. She's not there yet. And even if, you know how practice makes perfect, you start a relationship, define the relationship, decide that, oh, this is Mr. A. We are journeying, we're going on this journey together. In the time and in the moment that I'm with Mr. A, all my attention, I'm giving Mr. A 110% of my attention. You can't say that, oh, because I'm not too sure about Mr. A, maybe I want to check out Mr. B. For me, you can't do it. If you think that Mr. A is not ticking all your boxes and you feel like he's not going to marry you, or you feel like he's not stable, for me, I believe in the fact that choose whoever it is that you want to be with and be with the person. When the person starts giving you signs and you know that they're not who you want them to be in your relationship, you just let them know and let them go. I feel like life is too short for us to be putting ourselves.
Now, question about you. Is Mr. B in a relationship with her? Is she in a relationship with him? You see, that's what I'm saying. There are so many dynamics.
We can't tell. We don't have that much information.
So this whole thing,
I want us to move on.
Yeah.
We've dragged this for a bit. We've dragged this for a
if
bit.
the relationship is not fully defined, you can't call it a relationship.
Yes. When
the husbands were they said somebody said
come up
he
with a
dated somebody
decision
since the person was
on
8.
your own, because
the person traveled,
right now we're at a
and another person is married,
gridlock. Right, ladies, let's move on, please. We've got another message here. It says, "My name is Nanaya. There's this guy I've known for a year. He proposed to me a month ago. I'm a year older than him, but he told me he has no problem since he knows that I respect him. Just a week ago, he explained to me that he had a relationship with someone for 2 years, but left her for me because he needed someone who's matured enough to help him manage his life. My problem is, I'm scared with the way he left the lady. I'm wondering if he loves me enough or he's exaggerating. We've not gotten intimate yet. He tells me everything, including his health issues. I like him, but I'm scared he may leave me too. Please advise." A guy you've known for a year proposed a month ago. Now he says that, okay, you're older than him, but he says it's okay provided you respect him, all right? And then says had a relationship with someone for 2 years but left her because he needed someone who's mature to help him manage his life.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because we are different people. We are different people with different characters, different love languages, and what means a lot to us. There are certain men who want wives who are just pretty, who make them look good when they step out. There are other people who want wives who are very domesticated. There are other people who want wives who are very business-minded. Maybe he was in a relationship with somebody for 2 years, and in the period, he wasn't getting that vibe. Like, I need somebody I can talk to, somebody who we can reason with, we can share ideas, who can manage, we can manage the home, manage the finance. Maybe he wasn't getting that. And based on that, he broke up with that lady and started dating you. And within a year, because you can't, there's no rocket science to say that you need 1 year or 2 years or 6 months to build a relationship. You understand? But you can after some time, when you feel that this is the right person for me, it works out fine. So the 1 year or 2 years or something may not be indicative of what's it called? May not be indicative of whether the person is right for you or not. Yeah. You understand? So if this is the reason why he left the other person, and he finds out that you are a much suited candidate, I don't see what the problem is. And he doesn't have a problem with your age and all that. At least he's come up front. But if you feel that you're not somebody who can manage somebody's life, then don't lie to yourself, because that's the reason why he wants you.
Well, so with what Rosina is saying is that the guy has made his decision. He wasn't comfortable with a relationship, and he decided to walk out. But he chose somebody who on the blind side didn't know what he was looking for. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
He has made his decision. So he's going to walk about, or he's going to have a relationship. He's seen that this woman is not ideal for me, for what I am looking for. Now I see that woman B has something I want. Now I approach her, I propose to her, like just regular, not letting her know that, oh, this A, B, and C, and D is why I want to be with you. Then after she has accepted me on whatever basis that I spoke to her on, after some time, then he tells the woman B that, listen, I chose you, or I left a relationship for you because of A, B, C, and D.
Right.
Now it puts a lot of pressure on this woman. Because now I have to act in a certain way, because that's not the mindset I came into the relationship with. I came in for the fact that you know me, you love me, you want to be with me. I've known you for a year. We're probably friends. You make me laugh. I think that you are a responsible guy, and so I want to be with you. I accepted you on the basis of that. Now you are telling me that you are looking for somebody to manage your life. If I'm not a manager of my own, I cannot manage myself. I'm just trying to say that sometimes a lot of pressure is put on either partner when things are just dropped on their lap. Like when you don't give like a disclosure, a full disclosure of what you are getting into, or what you are letting people into, it becomes difficult. It becomes really difficult. And for me, I think she should weigh it, if it's a lot for her, if it's something that she cannot manage. Because right now she's afraid that the guy would up and leave, because she might not be up to scratch for what he is looking for.
Well,
but could it be that
because he left the other woman?
Yes, but could it be that? But could it be that he saw the managerial part of her? Because there's another part.
Different looking.
Hold on.
And when I'm
coming,
with the person,
I'm coming. Sometimes when you tell somebody that I want someone who can manage my life from the onset, the person, because the person desperately wants to get married, he will start managing your life for you because she wants to get there. But maybe the reason why he proposed marriage to her was because he had seen that quality in her, and he was only reinforcing the fact that the reason why I chose to marry you was because I have seen this in you, and I want to manage. Maybe she doesn't consider herself as somebody who can manage somebody, but maybe the guy is seeing that quality in her. So maybe it's like you, Tina. I know you can be a very good model, but you think your face is not model. Yes, you see, yes. So it's the same thing.
No,
so maybe,
but that alone gives me a lot of pressure.
Yes.
If that is what is required of me, and I
No,
didn't
but if she
even know,
can't do it, if she honestly
every
can't do it,
time
she must walk away. It's not my
looking in
fault.
the mirror and say, Charlie, you know. So
Me personally, for a guy to come into my life and expect that I'll start managing his affairs, like seriously, can't you manage your own affairs? Why do you need me
it's a lot of
to
pressure,
manage you?
Charlie.
You see, because after a point in time in relationship, marriage, and all of that, ain't nobody got time
See,
to manage
the
somebody.
issue, and I'm hearing you, ladies, but the issue isn't the managing
The
aspect of
managing-
it. It's the way he left the other
For
woman
me,
that she's worried about.
and
Exactly.
she doesn't.
For
She
me-
doesn't even know. See, the thing is, I'm sitting down, and you've just told me that you left someone for me.
Yeah.
I didn't even know in the first place. Now you have told me your side of the story. I didn't even know about your former relationship, so I can't even deduct or
Are you
deduce.
sure she doesn't know at all?
Or deduce.
She
no,
may have.
say-
But we
may
don't
have
know
known.
that.
Personally,
Yeah.
But I can't deduce for myself to see that, oh, maybe they were in the relationship and this one did this and this one did that. Like, I don't know anything.
You see,
I
but
was trying to
personally,
build a point. My point is, for me, I think the guy comes across as very selfish.
Hey.
Yes. The reason why I think he comes across as very selfish is that he's expecting the woman he's going to be in the relationship with to manage his, excuse me, scrap, whatever.
Maybe it's not even that
Okay,
deep.
you
But
make,
yeah, go ahead.
make, okay, whether it's deep or not deep,
Yeah.
he's expecting managerial skills from the woman. And he ditched this other woman that he was in a relationship with, not because of A, B, C, D, and E, but just because the woman couldn't manage him.
He didn't say that explicitly.
Well, that is the main reason. That was the quality he saw in this other woman.
So perhaps
that
it was
why he was
lacking-
quick
Okay.
to. So that's the thing. So you wake up one day and then you decide that, I'm looking for sexual skills and I don't think you have it. So what's gonna happen next? Do you see what I mean? Like you don't
Because
just
the girl
you
is
don't
quite jittery. She doesn't have
no
side of what's
Okay.
no. I'm just saying that
for a man,
Oh.
you need to have your criteria.
No problem. I'm just saying that, right? You can't just you were in a relationship. Sometimes try and work on it a bit more. You see, half the time we don't want to do the job. We just want to like.
So right now, are you blaming him for leaving his previous relationship?
I'm not even talking about that.
The guy.
That's not my
for
issue.
me personally, the guy. I don't think he's got his stuff put together.
Okay, that's not my issue. My thing is the girl seems like she's afraid or she's on the edge because she doesn't have a full picture of what
I'm more
Yes.
inclined towards thinness.
so,
direct. Yes.
so every time I'll be sitting down thinking, hey,
Hey.
am I doing this right?
Yes.
Or am I doing this wrong? Or is this what he expects?
So
or
leave
is
him.
so that is
You
so
see, my thing
just
is that-
because of that, she either probes further to find out what exactly happened. Let me know you more. Or I feel like let's slow down. Let's get to ABC before because I don't think that she should just rush and
You see, I'm more
along
inclined
the
to
guy
go along the
some
lines
way.
of Tina
Lead the
because
guy
you see,
some way.
the fact that it puts pressure on you. For instance, you are working everything and one day your manager calls you and says that you are so effective, I want you to directly assist me. It puts you on edge because then it means that, hey, right now, you have to now learn how to be boss and work at the same time. So I can understand that sometimes you are doing something without knowing, but the moment they give it to you as a responsibility, quote unquote, or they give it to you as a quality, then it becomes a re-engineering of the mind. But a man wanting somebody who can manage him, it's not out of character. When I'm saying manage him, he's not looking for a man who will say, a woman who will say,
Wake up, do this.
move this. He's looking for somebody who can take decisions whether he's in or out. He's looking for somebody when he has a business plan. He
looking for
can
his
come and
mother,
say,
that's what
It's
it
not a
is.
bad thing.
no, it's not a bad thing.
looking for his mother.
No.
It's not a
Olivia,
bad thing.
please, no, it's not a bad
agree.
thing. Because
Olivia, now you're
no,
talking
it's not a bad thing because for somebody like me,
Hang on.
for somebody like me,
One at a
for
time,
somebody
ladies.
like me
Yeah.
who is a working person who's worked so much on my life, I wouldn't want to be with a man that I can't share my opinion, that I can't give my thoughts, that I can't take a decision on the home without, like, if I have to take something on the home, necessarily I have to go like, oh Mira, I want to move this from here to here, what should I do? No, I'm somebody who wants to be able to manage my affairs to an extent. You understand? So somebody like me, if he tells me that the reason why I want you is that I want someone who can manage me, I'm in high heaven. I'm cool. Because I want to take charge of my own thing. That's what I'm saying, that everybody has what they look for when it comes to a partner. Somebody wants somebody who is just a beauty queen. Somebody wants somebody who is like just take care of kids, and somebody says I want someone who can take good care of my children. It could be because he's somebody who works, he's always out of the country, he travels a lot. So he needs somebody who can give attention to his children.
But I'll be
open to that
idea.
It takes two to tango.
Yes, it takes two to tango.
So
you should
let me know
along the lines of Tina, because if he says that the pressure is on her, she should analyze herself and ask herself, can I be this quality that this man is looking for genuinely without stressing myself? If the answer is yes, you can go ahead. But if genuinely you know that you cannot play that role, you walk away. You just haven't met the man's criteria, period. But it doesn't put the man in a negative light for knowing exactly what he wants in a woman.
But you
I agree. I don't think it's a negative.
It's not a negative thing,
and we shouldn't spin it as
selfish.
such.
But you see, that's the thing.
That's
the thing. You can't always expect so much from the woman with which you're getting into the relationship with. When I say expect so much, already there's like
it's not so much for some other woman.
Already, every relationship, especially starting, you're both getting to know each other. If you go into the relationship thinking that you're expecting so much of whoever it is, you should go into the relationship thinking that yes, this is what you're expecting of your woman.
I think we should.
But it takes two. It takes two people to come together to make it work. That's where I'm coming from.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you, ladies. But you know, funny enough, right? If I were in this lady's or this guy, like. The whole manage my life comment doesn't hold.
It's
not that deep.
It's not that deep.
Okay, like it's 3 against 1.
It's not deep. See, I mean, you're making fuss over things that are not.
I think where we part ways is where the managerial thing comes in. But all we are saying, I think we are saying the same thing. I want to believe we're saying the same thing.
If you can't do it, walk away.
Just one. When a guy is going into a relationship or when a girl is going into a relationship, make full disclosure. What are you looking for? Everybody should just say what they are looking for. And if this is what I can do, I will get into it. Now, if you don't say it beforehand and then we get into it and you tell me or the guy tells whoever, the thing is, just make an assessment of yourself. If you can't, continue. If you can't, just leave.
But I agree with that. I want to ask a question.
I agree with that.
Imagine you go on a first date, getting to know each other, and the man says, I want a woman who is this, I want a woman who is that, I want a woman who is this. These are my qualifications, these are my criteria. Automatically, there won't be a second date if it was me. Because it means that
I don't think
you are hold on.
It depends on what he listed, though.
Sometimes yes, and sometimes you see relationships have to take a natural progression. And sometimes when you tell somebody, like for instance, there are some who are so desperate. I like a woman who cooks and who cleans and who washes. You realize that within a week, all the woman does is to come to your house, wants to come and cook, wants to come and clean. Then after the marriage, then she's not relaxed. Yeah, you understand? That's what I'm saying, that sometimes when you take your time, they're getting to know you. When they're getting to know me and you is slow and it's progressive. It's enjoyable. Yeah. You understand? You get to unravel the puzzle slowly and enjoy what you have. And you get to know the person for who they really are. That is why the courtship and the dating, you see, the dating is not, you don't date when you know the person. You date and know the person in the process. So if you've dated for 1 year, it's a good time to assess who you are with. If this is somebody that I want, and maybe he's just affirming that, look, you know what, I needed somebody who can manage. So
after waiting somebody's time for 2 years.
No, he said he broke up with the woman for him.
Why haven't you ladies realized that the guy actually ended one relationship and has moved on to another?
Yes, he said
that's what he says. We can only take his word for it.
He said he left one for the other.
Since when was that a bad thing?
So I'm just saying,
after wasting your time for 2 years.
What wasting time? Don't call it wasting time. After dating, he didn't waste time.
The managerial skills in him for 2 years.
Don't give me wasting time.
hang on, ladies.
Dating for 2 years is not wasting time.
That's a
The
matter.
woman may have wasted a guy's time.
So you rather, but
you always
hang on,
you don't waste women's
so
time.
you rather they get married and then after 3 years, so it's not a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time. Don't say after wasting her
You see,
time.
my thing is within at least 6 months, you should know.
That's proposing at 11 months. That's why he's proposing marriage at 11 months.
During courtship back
sets
and
the
forth,
rules?
during courtship back and forth, when
That's
you guys
okay.
are dialoguing, right? When you guys are dialoguing, getting to know each other, at least you should pop up that I'm looking for a woman who has managerial
So if
skills.
it
And it
doesn't
pops
pop
up
up,
after 11 months, so what?
Yeah.
It pops up after
Okay,
11 months,
it
so
pops
what?
up after 11 months. I can do 11 months,
Yeah.
but not 2 years. And then you just
No, but this is 11 months. This is 11 months. They be busy for 1 year.
sometimes when you're in a relationship, certain
goodness.
things don't pop up until certain scenarios happen.
Exactly.
So it's not like he's even trying to
It's not
hide it.
mechanical.
It's not a negative thing.
That's not a negative
anyway,
thing. Olivia,
you know
what you want.
Calm down now. Okay. Yeah, hot. The heat's day inside. It's all good. So it says, I have 2 very close friends. One of these friends crossed the line and had an affair with a side chick of the other friend.
Rewind. Can you start?
I shall repeat encore. Okay. Here we go. Paying
Please,
attention.
can we put names so that
Oh, don't worry.
we
It
can
says,
follow?
I have 2 very close friends.
Okay.
One of these friends crossed the line and had an affair with the side chick of another friend. This has driven a wedge between their friendship. They don't talk to each other anymore, and their wives are getting worried because we've been friends for over 15 years. Their wives approached me to help rectify the issue. I don't know what to tell them as they keep probing for the root cause.
Case study.
What would you do if you were me?
Oh God,
But side chick, but that.
Charlie.
So you, the thing you are stealing. Your friend has also come to steal some.
Yeah, because that means
And both wives don't know that.
Have you heard that thing where? Have you heard that thing where your side chick has broken up with you and you're crying in your marital home? You can't say.
You can't say why. That's the reason why.
You can't be it. Charlie, what's that? It'll be problem.
It's a real this
So
thing.
well, me, I think that it's morality comes here. Let me just say something. So not to take the so there are two scenarios here. When you're not taking the moral high ground, it's not your place. It's not your place to now go to someone's wife to now explain how their side chick has gone to do this and do that. the men have a bro code, or they have a men's code,
Sure.
or even the girls have a girls code. You cannot step your boundary into my relationship or my marriage and come and tell my wife or somebody. That's not taking the moral high ground. Respect yourself. Be in your situation. Say that maybe someone I don't know how. Charlie, disassociate yourself
From
it
the whole
because,
equation.
I mean, it will brew some trouble. But then taking the moral high ground. Now you have to now call these 2 people your friends and sit them down and tell them that, listen, the forces of your wives, as in the forces following me,
It's too much.
is pushing me to now tell the root cause of what is happening. So it either you solve your problem so that it saves me from trouble, or I'll have to let them know that ABC.
Hey, what are you saying like that?
Because the thing is that, I mean, what situation can you
What scenario will you
what
give
scenario can you
that will
give?
make sense
I
to friends
mean-
who've been there for 15 years? I think.
Because without making the other look bad, because somebody must have spent someone's money, or must have borrowed something and not returned, or must have stolen something. And Charlie, so I beg, the thing is, either you disengage totally.
Olivia.
I'm even shocked that they are fighting. At the end of the day, they are both fighting over this girl who, she was loose way by us.
No, she's not
Oh no! At the end of the day, you see, I will continuously say this. I will equate this.
But you should take care of your adjectives. That your adjectives are a bit too harsh.
Listen. You see, I would equate this story to the very first one, right? You have a girl in the middle, and you know that they're very good friends, right? What are you doing sleeping with both of them?
Oh, who? The girl or the
The
guys?
girl, I'm talking about the girl.
But what about the guys?
The guys are to blame, but the guys are married. But the guys.
Their situation is even worse.
No. You don't understand where I'm coming from. What I'm saying is that they are both fighting, even after 15 years of their friendship, right?
Yeah.
Just because one used to date the side chick, and then now the other one to
is doing this thing.
Right.
No,
So, whatever it is,
it could be.
exactly.
Chop some.
Finish. So, really, thinking about it, you're married, you're starting your home, you're starting your family. Can you shush and concentrate on that? This other guy, shush and concentrate on your marriage.
Then they should leave the side chick for the
side chick for somebody else. Yeah, but the guy who is mediating the whole thing,
Lord.
really think about it. So, because what are they fighting over? Some girl who is like, okay, where where baby or cop, where's your baby? Like, she doesn't even care. By now, what that or painting in nails and like,
she's in control,
really?
man.
Really think about it. All for what?
All I know is that guys, they're very funny people. They can have the biggest of fights. Some way, somehow, they'll sort it out over a bottle of beer. So the thing is, yes, because it's a side chick, maybe you'll run deep because it's probably a stable side chick.
Yes.
A side chick that's what
I would not even
time. So let me let her. You need to be quick.
Probably
to
a stable side chick, a side chick that really has caught the guy's heart. So it hurts him to the core. One, that is not like any man, but it's my bosom friend of 15 years who has done this.
Okay.
It's hurt him. But he's going to settle down. He's going to realize that, look, this was a side chick. And at least it's not my wife or anything. It may affect the trust between the two of them. By the time it's going to come, they'll be able to sit over a drink and drink again. Probably didn't laugh about it. The other guy's going to apologize and say, oh, Charlie, I think I'll say besighting. And you know you took it too deep.
Question: should the third guy tell the wives?
Should not.
Okay.
Because you see, when you tell on your bro with a side chick involved, it means that that particular man involved, it may affect the person's marriage. You understand?
Okay.
It may affect the person's marriage. That situation that has happened could even stop the guy from even seeing the side chick.
Right.
So the thing is that, so you tell on your friend, it will disturb the friend's marriage. Now you will not be at loggerheads with your friend too.
Yeah,
the thing is that, and then another thing, why are you the one that the women are asking for info?
He's the sweet friend.
It means that you are either the sweet friend or the okra mouth one.
Three musketeers.
Three musketeers. And then one.
But the thing is, anytime they ask him, say, actually, just plead the faith. You don't know.
We'll end it here. Thank you, ladies, for a very heated episode of Sister Sister. Hope viewers and listeners enjoyed it. Of course, remember you can catch us right here on your favorite network. To watch Sister Sister. Thank you to Frital. Thank you to Ebby May Interiors for bringing us another exciting edition. My name is Jessica. Been here with Rosina, Olivia, and Tina. We'll be back same time next week.